we're gonna be replacing the upper intake manifold gasket. Let's get started. To get started, we're gonna remove our plastic cowl. That'll open up all this space back here. To get our wiper arms off, we lift up on this cover, just like that. It reveals a 15 millimeter nut. We'll do that to this other side too. Just pop up on it, there we go. Wiggle these off. Let me lower the hood real quick. See if that'll help us. There we go. When they're up in this position here, you can kind of wiggle on it like that, and it'll pop off. Now we have a series of clips. There are little Phillips. You turn the Phillips, the clip will start unscrewing, and you can pop off. Let me show you real quick. Here's a little Phillips head that goes right inside here. So as you back that loose, you get some height on it, and then you can just pop that little clip out. Do that to all of them. That frees up the front here. Now in the back, it's just held on with clips. So we can pull, find a place by the window, maybe start on one corner, pull up. There we go, let's keep pulling. This whole top piece, just slide out. There are 2 hoses for our windshield washer fluid. I didn't show, but those just get popped off. And now we're gonna work on our lower cowl. For that, we'll need an 8 millimeter socket. There are 10 millimeters over here. That's holding on our windshield wiper motor and transmission and all that. Leave those connected. So there are 2 different sizes, long ones and short ones. So we'll note where they go. The long ones go in the middle. There should be a total of 4 short ones, 2 on that end and 2 on this end. Pull up. And on this side, there should be, right here, just another hose for our windshield washer fluid. We'll pop that off. There we go. That's it over here. We'll go to the other side. There will be an electrical connector for our wiper motor. And we can just look behind. It's just a regular pinch and pull. Now this can all get set aside. Nice, that opens up a lot of room. So there's a few different ways we can attack this, but let's start on this side and just work our way over. Pull off any electrical connectors, pinch and pull. It's like this whole harness can get pulled away. There we go. Got some vacuum lines here. Pop those off. I'm gonna get a screwdriver. I'm just looking at our EGR, wondering how we wanna tackle that. So there's 2 10 millimeter bolts in the front. I'll get a larger ratchet with some more torque. There we go. Crack the other one loose. There's this little metal gasket we'll put back, but this is free. You can undo this hose here. Looks like this one has 2 clamps. Oh, that's interesting. So both clamps, they're actually attached to each other. I don't know if I've seen that before. Okay, that's it. We'll pull our throttle cables off. They just come out like that, so bring the throttle your way, and the cable just comes right off, and then back on like that. When you're here, you'll see it, but you just pull on the cable to give yourself some slack, bring all that slack away from you, and then that little stud ball thing, I don't know what it's called, but that comes right out. And then on this end, you just push it away from you, and it comes unconnected. To get it out of our slot, we'll pinch on the front, get a pair of pliers. There's 2 little tabs, you just pinch in, and then you can pull it out. Just like that, and the other one. You can disconnect our boot, 8 millimeter. You can use a Phillips too for that if that's what you have. Okay, that separates. I wanna say that is it. There's a little harness down below, you'll see it. Just like how this one popped away, that one down below pops away the exact same. There. Okay, we are free from here. We got our spark plug wires. Before we pull those off, I wanna mark them. So I'm just gonna follow it here, the far front one. I'm gonna mark that is actually this. I'm gonna mark it with a 1 dot. The middle one is this far one here. I'm gonna mark that with 2 dots. And then the last one is the middle. Mark that with 3 dots. And we can remove our spark plug wires. Coming in on the side, you can get to this one. They give you just enough room. Come on, there we go. And then this one here, Just kind of got to get your hand in there. It's kind of awkward, but just twist and pull. Got it. Okay, we can pull these up. Let me just take a flat screwdriver, see which side opens up. This side here, just put it in there, twist out, and it opens up. We'll do that with all of these. It looks like this one can just stay, so we'll close that back up. Slip this over. On this side, we'll remove this hose. Once I get this off, I'll show you the connector. Pretty simple. So it's this little green connector here. You pull it in and then to the side. You can see it open up like that. Then it just twists right off. There's an electrical connector on this side. We don't have to unplug it, but we do want to separate it from the manifold. So for that, we just want to take the whole thing and slide it towards the car, and it comes off of that little harness retainer. There, just like that. And then this here just comes off. Having a pair of pliers like this can help. Just get back behind there, pull out. There we go. Okay, there's one here. You can also use a screwdriver if that works for you. This actually isn't working. Another thing you can do if you can't get it off, just take a flat screwdriver and just pop that little retainer and just kind of break it off. There we go. It's not ideal, but that way we can just zip tie it when we're all finished. We'll get these two hoses. These things can just be pushed out of the way. Let me move you just a little, you get a better view. I'm gonna get this out of the way. It might not be 100% necessary, but it'll open up a lot of space for us. We got a top bolt here, not a 10 millimeter. It's an 11 millimeter or 7/16, whichever one you have. Use a really long extension for that bottom one. Get that with a magnet. From what I could tell, this whole thing should just separate. There, nice. I like that. I think that was a good move. Okay, we are all good all the way till here. We got this, like I said, a vacuum hoses. We'll pop that off. Got it, nice. We got this electrical connector. It is connected right here. So maybe we can pull up on that. Let me get my screwdriver. There we go. We got this big harness here. Let's see how that's connected. So it's connected right here to the plastic. We can just grab the whole harness, pull up, just like that. I think it's connected on this side too. Yep, right here. Pull up. That might be a little hard, so I'm gonna try these pliers. There we go. Okay, that's disconnected. I think we are just about ready. We got one more hose right here. I think for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna disconnect it right here. So you just pinch on this connector, pull out, and that's it. Then we can just snake this whole thing underneath this harness. There. I think we have gotten everything. Now we'll take some air and just blow around. These are gonna be 8 millimeter. There's 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. See if we got it. Just gotta maneuver the EGR stuff out of the way. Perfect. Nice. We just wanna wipe off our mating surface. I'm gonna do that on all of these. Well, on our manifold, let me just set this here. Let me re-angle the camera real quick. With a little pick, these gaskets come out pretty easy. Throw on our new ones, there's a little protrusion on them. They go in a little notch. And there is a top and a bottom, so just follow the shape of the manifold. I'll just take a little dielectric grease or silicone paste as a lubricant. I like doing this just so it slides on and it seats as we tighten it down. It doesn't pinch the gasket or squish it in a weird way. This allows it to slide as needed. But this step isn't necessary. If If you don't have dielectric grease or silicone paste, not a big deal. Flip it over, just put on nice and easy. I think coming out, we just had to worry about our EGR stuff. Just maneuver this. So it was just our EGR was kind of fighting us a little, but I think we're set in. Some of these hands started. Something's still a little off. Look around, see if I can spot it. It's that electrical harness here. It has to go up and over the manifold. I think that's what's holding us up. So on this side, we'll just bring it up. There we go. Then on this side, it has to go up and over this hose for our brake booster. There. There we go. That was it. Yeah, much better. Okay, get them hand started. Snug them down. Let me show you the sequence on the computer. This is our upper manifold, and it's gonna be the same torque sequence. First step, 3.7 foot-pounds, which is at 44 inch-pounds, and then 7.4 foot-pounds, which is at 89 inch-pounds. So same thing as the lower. And our initial pass. Then back around for 89 inch-pounds. We can start on this side. We got this we can just put back on its holder. Should slide on, lock in place. We got some hoses. Just trying to get those clamps in the same spot if possible. Here we have our vacuum hose. I took that out completely. It was just kind of in the way, so hopefully it'll just slide back here. There we go, just slide it under the manifold. Retrieve it on the other side. Plug this in. And then that's our PCV. That goes on like that. And you should just push it on and it'll click. Just like that. And click, buddy, click. Boom. Our retainers can go back on. This we broke off. So let's go ahead and zip tie it. Let's put a zip tie through the manifold. Cut off the excess. I think the last thing we have for this side is this. There, it slides on. Not 100% necessary, but I liked it out. It wasn't too hard to remove. Bring our wires over the manifold. This harness will just plug in, and then we have it routed back in this little holder here. Just get them lined up. Give them a little slack so they don't rub on anything. You'll run them through here. Lock that down. Lock this down. So the number one, or the one closest to the serpentine belt, did have one of these on it. So this just slips over. Kind of hard to get it, but once you get it started, and the rest of it kind of slips on. There we go. This is just to protect this wire from rubbing on that bracket for our dipstick. There, just like that. Aim you down a little more. We're gonna put a little dielectric grease in the tips. This is just a lubricant. It doesn't help electricity flow, just so it slips on and off the spark plug. Squish it. We'll just put them on. And we also have it here in the front. I'm gonna undo this little bracket down here, and I'm just gonna pull up the slack. I'm gonna kind of split the slack. We can do that kind of down the line too. Let's bring it back, something like that. The most important thing is you don't want your wires rubbing on anything. So however you route it, just wanna keep that in mind. All right, I like it. Working our way over, we got this hose we can plug in. Should just snap in. Tug on it, make sure it's locked. You got this, can go under, around. It plugs in to our EGR. This hose up here, kind of a weird double clamp. Very interesting design. Plug in our throttle body. Got these plugs. This one goes up here. This one goes here. There are throttle cables. This, just hook it around and snap it. And then we can put it in place here. It's keyed, so it only goes in one way. Push it till it locks. Pull back, nice and solid. This one here, that little nub, we'll bring this back. Put the nub in the slot. Route it like that. And this is not keyed, but it just goes on till it snaps. Tug on it. That's pretty much it. Let's put our air box back on. Replace the filter if it's time. There, make sure the bottom locks in. Snap these. This hose here on this side, just push it in. Has that green lock, but we can just slide it on. It should snap. Maybe because of the rubber, it's not snapping, so undo that green tab and slide it on. And then this hose underneath here, put that on. And last but not least, we have our mass airflow sensor. Plug that in. Then the red lock, push it in. Wow, that went together really quick. Let me grab my flashlight, look around. I think we just have the EGR left, but let me just make sure nothing's unplugged. Everything over here. Yeah, so just our EGR. We got this little gasket we're gonna slip in. So we'll slide this back, slip in our gasket. This might take a little finesse and wiggling. If we can get one there, okay. So putting it in from the bottom, that was good. So if we can just get one in, oh, that lines up over here. Then getting the other one in will be easier. Yeah, got that started. Nice. Now it's just about lining up the other gasket side. That hole lined up. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. Don't have a torque spec, but just good and snug. Feels good. Put our negative battery cable back on. I think I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but having this disconnected is a good idea. Moment of truth. Let's start it up. There we go. Sounds good. Make sure there's no misfires. Now we'll turn it off. For our cowl, we want to put the driver's side in first because of our washer motor. Needs to slide under. Plug it in real quick. Slide it out just a little. Get that plug. Just kind of feel for it. Okay, now drop it in over here. It should kind of just fall into place. There. Short ones go on the sides. Long ones go in the middle. You can reach underneath if you need to get that lined up. Just good and snug. Be sure to plug in our washer fluid hose over here. Then we can put on our upper piece. Slide this on. We have these washer fluid hoses. Find out where they go. There, right there. And now it snaps into place. Put in our clips. Close the hood to put on our wipers. The one with the little cap is for the passenger. Just make sure it goes in the right spot. Put the nut on. We'll hold it while we tighten it down. Looks like the hood has to be open for the driver's side. Nice, that's it. We can run our wipers and just make sure they do what they need to. Adjust them as needed. Good job, we're done. All right, there you go. That's how you replace the upper intake manifold gaskets on your Freestar. All in all, not too crazy. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comments, post down below. I hope your repair goes well. See you on the next one.